You've been told breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but what if your morning routine is silently destroying your cholesterol levels before you've even had lunch? That innocent-looking breakfast, the one you believe is healthy, might be setting off a cascade of metabolic reactions that send your LDL soaring and your HDL plummeting. What's worse, these cholesterol spikes don't wait. Research from the University of California shows that arterial inflammation and lipid changes begin just 30 minutes after eating problematic foods. The damage starts while you're still sipping your morning coffee. In this video, we're exposing the 7 most dangerous breakfast mistakes that spike your cholesterol before noon, mistakes that millions make daily, often believing they're making healthy choices. Drinking fruit juice instead of eating whole fruit. That glass of orange juice seems virtuous. It's full of vitamin C and natural. But here's the truth. When it comes to your cholesterol, fruit juice is metabolically closer to soda than to whole fruit. Here's why. Juicing strips away the fiber that naturally slows sugar absorption. Without fiber, the fructose hits your liver all at once, triggering a process called de novo lipogenesis, literally, the creation of new fat. This newly synthesized fat raises triglycerides and LDL cholesterol within hours. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that people who consumed just 12 ounces of fruit juice daily had significantly higher LDL and triglyceride levels than those who ate whole fruit with the same calories. Inside your body, when fiberless juice sugar floods your system, insulin spikes, inflammation rises, and your liver pumps out more cholesterol. Your LDL particles even shift toward the smaller, denser, more dangerous type, all before your morning meeting. The fix: eat your fruit, don't drink it. A whole orange contains fiber that its juice lacks. This fiber slows sugar absorption and binds to cholesterol in your digestive tract, helping remove it from your body. Even better, top sliced apples with cinnamon, which has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and lower LDL by up to 26%. Relying on heart-healthy cereals. That box with the heart symbol seems like a smart choice, but many heart-healthy cereals are actually cholesterol bombs in disguise. Most commercial cereals, even whole grain varieties, are highly processed, with their natural fiber structure broken down. This makes their carbohydrates behave more like sugar, triggering insulin spikes and inflammation that raises cholesterol. Even more shocking, many contain 3 to 4 different types of added sugars hidden under names like brown rice syrup or barley malt extract. Just 2 to 3 teaspoons of added sugar is enough to activate inflammatory pathways that oxidize cholesterol. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who regularly ate processed breakfast cereals had higher markers of LDL oxidation and inflammation compared to those who ate minimally processed breakfast foods. Instead, choose truly whole, minimally processed grains. Steel-cut oats contain beta-glucans, specialized fibers that actively lower LDL cholesterol. Research shows that just 3 grams of beta-glucans daily, about 1 serving of steel-cut oats, reduces LDL by 5 to 8%. If you must have cereal, look for varieties with no added sugars and at least 5 grams of fiber per serving. Better yet, top your oats with walnuts, which contain plant sterols and omega-3s that combat inflammation. Choosing the wrong cooking oils. That vegetable oil you're using for morning eggs might be worse for your cholesterol than butter. Most vegetable oils, including corn, soybean, and sunflower oils, are extremely high in omega-6 fats. While we need some omega-6s, too many create an imbalance that promotes inflammation. When these fragile oils are heated, they oxidize, creating compounds called lipid peroxides that directly damage blood vessels and oxidize LDL cholesterol, the exact process that leads to arterial plaque. A study in the Journal of Lipid Research found that consuming oxidized oils increased LDL oxidation by up to 40% within 4 hours. Your 7 a.m. breakfast with the wrong oils is causing arterial damage by 11 a.m. The solution? Switch to oils that remain stable when heated. Extra virgin olive oil contains polyphenols that protect your arteries and has a smoke point high enough for most cooking. Avocado oil is another excellent option. For serious cholesterol improvement, try adding cold-pressed flaxseed oil after cooking. Never heat it directly. Its alpha-linolenic acid has been shown to lower LDL by up to 18% when consumed regularly. Eating a protein-deficient breakfast. That carb-heavy breakfast, even if whole grain, sets off a metabolic timer that spikes not just blood sugar, but cholesterol too. The missing ingredient? Protein. Without adequate morning protein, two cholesterol-damaging processes begin. First, blood sugar rises and falls dramatically, increasing insulin resistance and inflammation, key drivers of dyslipidemia. Second, your liver lacks the amino acids needed for proper cholesterol processing. Research shows that people who consume at least 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast have significantly better lipid profiles and lower inflammatory markers throughout the day compared to those eating carb-centered breakfasts. Protein activates special receptors in the small intestine that signal your liver to improve its handling of cholesterol. These signals help maintain proper HDL levels and prevent the creation of harmful VLDL particles. For optimal cholesterol management, include a palm-sized serving of protein with breakfast. Excellent options include Greek yogurt, 24 grams of protein per cup, which contains probiotics that further improve cholesterol metabolism. Eggs, contrary to outdated advice, can actually improve your cholesterol profile by increasing HDL and shifting LDL to larger, less harmful particles. Plant-based? Try hemp seeds, 10 grams of protein per 3 tablespoons, or a smoothie with pea protein, which lowers LDL while providing additional fiber. Consuming hidden trans fats. You know trans fats are dangerous, but you might be consuming them every morning without realizing it. While partially hydrogenated oils have been banned, many breakfast foods still contain industrial trans fats under the radar. FDA regulations allow products to claim 0 grams trans fat if they contain less than 0.5 grams per serving. These hidden trans fats accumulate in breakfast items like coffee creamers, breakfast sandwiches, and even some whole grain breakfast bars. Trans fats simultaneously raise LDL and lower HDL, a double attack on your cardiovascular system. They also increase the proportion of small, dense LDL particles, the most dangerous kind. Research found that each 2% increase in trans fat consumption raised heart disease risk by 23%. And the damage begins immediately. A single breakfast containing hidden trans fats can impair arterial function for up to 24 hours. Always check ingredient lists for hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. Be especially wary of coffee creamers, microwave breakfast sandwiches, and pastries. Use real foods like avocado, olive oil, or nut butters that actually improve cholesterol profiles. Skipping breakfast entirely. Intermittent fasting is trendy, but skipping breakfast can backfire for many people's cholesterol, especially with existing lipid problems. When you skip morning nutrition, your body experiences a stress response, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. This hormonal shift can trigger increased cholesterol production in the liver and reduced clearance of LDL from the bloodstream. A study in Circulation found that people who regularly skipped breakfast had a 27% higher risk of heart attack or death from coronary heart disease. Another study showed breakfast skippers had higher total cholesterol and LDL compared to those who ate a morning meal. The reason appears linked to circadian rhythms. Your body's internal clock optimizes cholesterol metabolism in the morning hours. Missing this window disrupts genetic expression of key enzymes involved in cholesterol transport. Timing matters. The ideal approach for most people is consuming your first meal within 2 to 3 hours of waking, focusing on protein, fiber, and healthy fats, the trifecta for optimal cholesterol management. If you prefer intermittent fasting, consider a schedule that doesn't eliminate breakfast, such as early time-restricted feeding, where you eat breakfast and lunch but finish eating earlier in the evening. Starting your day with artificial sweeteners. You switched from sugar to artificial sweeteners, thinking you were helping your heart. The surprising truth? Those zero-calorie sweeteners might be worse for your cholesterol. Studies have found that regular consumption of artificial sweeteners is associated with higher LDL cholesterol, triglycerides, and inflammatory markers. Artificial sweeteners alter your gut microbiome within hours, reducing beneficial bacteria that help regulate cholesterol metabolism. This disruption impairs the production of short-chain fatty acids that normally suppress cholesterol synthesis in the liver. Even more concerning, these sweeteners trick your brain's reward pathways without delivering energy, leading to increased cravings and often higher calorie consumption later, typically from the exact foods that worsen cholesterol. Some artificial sweeteners actually bind directly to cholesterol transporters in your intestines, interfering with proper cholesterol removal. The solution isn't returning to sugar, it's retraining your palate. Try unsweetened coffee with cinnamon, which naturally sweetens while improving insulin sensitivity, or sweeten plain yogurt with berries, which contain compounds that both satisfy your sweet tooth and improve lipid profiles. If you must use sweeteners, small amounts of natural options like stevia or monk fruit cause fewer metabolic disruptions. So, what does an ideal cholesterol-balancing breakfast look like? The perfect morning meal contains quality protein, 25 to 30 grams, to support liver function and cholesterol transport intact, soluble fiber to bind cholesterol in the digestive tract, healthy fats that improve HDL and particle size, antioxidants to prevent LDL oxidation, low glycemic impact to prevent insulin surges, anti-inflammatory compounds that protect arterial walls. A simple example: Greek yogurt topped with berries, walnuts, and a sprinkle of ground flaxseed, or 2 pasture-raised eggs with avocado and sautéed vegetables in olive oil. Both meals check all the boxes for cholesterol protection before noon. The changes don't have to be dramatic. Even small shifts, swapping juice for whole fruit, choosing olive oil instead of vegetable oil, adding nuts to your oatmeal, can create measurable improvements in your lipid profile within weeks. Remember, cholesterol management isn't just about what you avoid, it's about what you choose instead. And those choices, especially before noon, set the metabolic stage for everything that follows. Your morning routine might be damaging your arteries right now, but it could just as easily be healing them, one breakfast at a time.